Yo, what is going on, Team Tweedie? I hope you're all super well. Welcome to episode 59, I believe, of #AskTweedie, the football show where you guys send in your football-related questions. I do my best to answer them. A reminder, this is completely unedited, raw footage. You guys get to see me, I guess, normally as if we're having a conversation one-to-one. If you want to send in your questions, put them down in the comments below. I swacked them onto the Word document. Computer's in my room. I got them on my phone today. If they're more, oh yeah, and I'll also shout your name out if you send them in a YouTube comment. If they're a bit more personal and you don't want to shout at it, if you don't want anyone to see your name, send them to me in an Instagram message, and then I'll also put them into the document. So we got 3 questions as usual. This is audio form as well. I need to get it on a podcast. If you know how to get it on a podcast, let me know. I need to study that a little bit more as well. To start off with, first question, how do you get rid of intimidation? When you're playing against a really good team or are going for a trial in a really good team, it's hard to not get intimidated. How do you fix that? That comes in from Talha Raza. How to fix intimidation when you're coming up against good players. Now, this is difficult. My most intimidating moment ever would have been playing against the Sydney FC first team when I was in the youth squad there. So effectively, I played against a professional team. And I played against, I think I got like 15 minutes, and it was tough, man. I was marked by Alex Gersbach, probably arguably one of the best left backs in Australia. And wow, what an experience it was. But I kind of went there, and you just have to be in the moment. You don't really overthink it. And I think looking back on it, I was extremely nervous to get on the ball. I didn't really want to get on the ball. And if it was against, I don't know, another men's team that wasn't Sydney FC, or let's just say I didn't know it was Sydney FC, I would have just played my normal football. But the thing is, because it's so mental, I go into this sort of game and all I can think about is I'm up against Sydney FC players. These guys are professionals. This is where I want to be. I'm a lot younger than them, etc. And it's all mental, man. I play against men, and if I don't know who the guys are, I don't care how quick they are, I don't care how good they are at defending, I just go to play my game. That's how I play. And I think it really just comes down to, can you overcome the mental sort of barrier that may be there? That's my biggest look on it. I think if you, I don't have much else to say. How can you overcome the mental barrier? We can talk about that a little bit. I think if you're coming up against a good team or good players, always try and have that, not ritual, but the sort of, what's it called? I can't remember. Where you do the same things before game day every single day. I'm trying to think of it while I talk, I can't. You do the same thing, you eat the same foods, and you create this sort of, you guys are probably all shouting at me, I don't know what it is. It starts with an S. I don't know, but you do that and it kind of just gets you in the right mindset for the game day. Try not to overthink things. Find the benefits of playing against these big teams or these big players, and that will also make you feel more comfortable. It's about making sure that you go into this game, into this trial, playing against these players, feeling how you want to feel, not whether it's comfortable. If you want to play under pressure, sure, that's fine. If you want to play calm, if you want to play like you don't care about anything, that's how you need to be going into the game. So think about the benefits of that, try and get yourself into that mental state, and that's where you will perform best. Still can't think of that word. No, it's not, I can't get it. Second question, how can I become a lot faster without hiring a sprint coach, because I'm really slow, Sheldon, and I need your help? That comes in from MagesticR17 Vids. I tell you what, it is tough to become fast. There's a limitation to what you can do without a sprint coach, and I know this from personal experience. I've had a sprint coach for months now, 8 months I'd say at least, and without a sprint coach there's only so much you can learn. So you can do all this stuff in the gym, yes, you can do your deadlifts, you can do your power, you can do your plyometrics, that's all well and good. That just gives you a little bit of extra power. It doesn't actually help you run. Running is a completely different animal. And when you look at these top sprinters, majority of their work is done on the field, because that's the realistic thing. I'm trying to think of a football analogy. So when we go on a field and play, juggling, I guess, it's a decent skill to learn, but it's not going, it gives you that sort of slight edge. It allows you to improve your first touch slightly, but then it doesn't help actually in the game because you don't juggle, but it helps smaller little parts of the puzzle to help you become a footballer. And that's the same as the gym. It it helps you in all those little aspects as well to become faster. But for me, what I believe and what I think is it all comes down to technique with running. That's where you improve massively. I've had people say, Sheldon, wear ankle weights. Sheldon, do this. I go, okay, well, I've never seen an APL player wear ankle weights. My sprint coach, who was ranked 8th in the world, has never worn ankle weights. I've never been instructed to wear ankle weights. You probably got this off YouTube. And that's the same with a couple of other things as well. You need to know your stuff. Don't just pick something off offline and go, oh yeah, that looks cool, I'm gonna do that. It doesn't make sense. So sprint coach is important because what they do is they analyze your technique and then take you to the next level. So there were so many things I was doing wrong, and Pat can vouch for me as well. We were doing a lot of things wrong, off the mark stuff, dynamic sort of quickness while we're moving laterally, and then the power work, the sleds, the technique, the arms, the power, where you're supposed to push off from, your first 2 steps while you're moving backwards and then accelerating, how you're supposed to do that. And yeah, you get the gym stuff, but that gym stuff isn't going to help you learn that technique. So that's why a sprint coach is so beneficial. I think, how can you get faster without a sprint coach? It's tough. I suggest looking online. If you like, here's how I would put it. If you can afford a sprint coach, if you can afford someone who is going to help you become faster, why not do it? It's something that we neglect in the game. We always focus on the football stuff. It's just another piece of the puzzle that helps us become a better player. But if you can't, I guess, search on YouTube, try and pick out a few things. But the problem with that is no one is going to be analyzing your technique. So I would video it, analyze it, try and watch top sprinters. It just requires a whole lot more work, and it's less, okay, do this, run, do this, run. It's more run, go back home, analyze, okay, yep, go do it again, analyze. So it's not as efficient. That's my kind of take on it. Yeah. Third and final question. Let's get into it. Hi Sheldon, if I'm going to do a gym session and a football session in one day, should I do the gym session before the football session or the opposite? Hashtag AskTweedie. That comes in from Sindra or Vay. My take on it, my opinion, is do the football stuff before the gym, because I've done it like once or twice before where you do the gym and then into the football stuff. Oh my goodness. Again, we'll go back to the last point, which is when it comes to football, a gym is a small piece of the puzzle. I would say, let's put it like this: gym, football, and then it adds up to that. So football is like a massive percentage of what you actually need to work on. The gym is a small component. So go to the football field, get that session in, and then go to the gym. And the reason for that is because you're going to be fresher, and whether you want to do fitness, whether you want to do ball work, you're going to be fresher and more able to do these drills. You're never going to go into a game. A lot of people say this: train the way you play. And you're never going to go into a game and do a gym session before. So why would you go into a training session right after a gym session? And that's something I really want to start pushing with you guys. I saw someone the other day saying, I wake up at 5 AM to do football training sessions, I assume without breakfast. I said, man, you never see top EPL guys, you never see any of those guys go and do a session before breakfast. They just don't do that because they don't get the most out of the session that they possibly can. You need the food in order to get the energy, all of that good stuff. And that's what I really want to push for you guys. Do as you would on game day. So look, there is no upside of doing the gym first. I guess maybe if you were thinking, oh yeah, I want to be fatigued for the session, I'm gonna do the gym first, I guess. But like for me, it just doesn't make sense. You're never going to be fatigued from the gym going into a game, so why train like it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment comments. I'm interested to hear. But yeah, you can definitely do football into a gym session. I do it. And the other thing as well, I will say on that, if you're going to do a session in the morning, I've found this from my personal experience. If you're going to do a session in the morning, let's say you do it Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. start, 9 a.m. start, whatever it may be, try not to do the gym session the night of at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Make sure on the Monday. So if you do the Monday gym session 8, 9 p.m., that's about 12 hours to recover, and I don't think that's quite enough to get as much as you possibly can out of the next session. So I would, on that Monday, go, okay, early morning session into gym at maybe 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and now you're looking at 16 hours, 17 hours to recover. A lot more recovery time. Super important. That's all I'm going to say on that. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys do? Super interested to hear. I love all of you guys that watch #AskTweedie. If you've watched up until this point, we should make some sort of like club or group or some sort of name for the people that make it to the end of the video. I'm interested. What can we call it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. For this one, comment. I don't know. It's difficult because I'm live. I can't edit this. Comment Team Tweedie. Comment AskTweedie is my favorite show on YouTube. And then that way I'll know you've made it to the end. I appreciate all of you. Team Tweedie, I'm signing out. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're on here. Join the #AskTweedie family. I'll see you in the next video.